Is it truly possible to build a sustainable routine and to improve in different languages at the same time? Maybe that's your goal, so yeah, you want to improve in a couple of languages, or maybe you're simply skeptical about all those online polyglots and people who seem to be learning a bazillion languages at the same time. So let me give you a clear overview of what it looks like, and I want to keep it as realistic as possible because anyone could achieve this. Of course, I'm not an alien. I don't have superhuman skills. My name is Paulina, and if you're new here, I love yapping about languages, basically. That's also my job. And I usually like to take a moment, let's say in the middle of the year, and see what has improved, what hasn't, because it's not linear. As you know, I love approaching languages in a healthy way, and I don't want any toxicity related to this. So that's also how I keep going, because if you start being too harsh on yourself, if you have insane expectations, that can be a problem. I'm going to show you the materials I've been using. I'm going to share the goals. I'm working to achieve those goals. Now let me sit comfortably. So the language number one, which I'm working on, is English, because my goal is to achieve a C2, which technically I don't have. So I want it. I'm dedicating this summer to writing, reading, listening, speaking, I do it anyway, but I'm dedicating a lot of time to focusing on my eloquence. I want to be more advanced, to make difficult words part of my daily vocabulary, my daily lexicon. So I'm trying to use words which could be more accurate, more specific to a given context. Even though I feel confident in the language, it doesn't mean it comes naturally. I've recently made an entire video about practicing to become C1, C2. This has been a very humbling experience. There are so many nuances, and when you're studying for a C2, you just have to sit down and just delve into the language. You're just an explorer at that point. Let me show you. I have here my notebook with all the different words. Please ignore the coffee stains. Please ignore that. When I'm watching a video, a documentary, a TV show, or I'm listening to podcasts, I'm reading articles, anything, any kind of input, I jot down words which maybe I don't remember, maybe I'm not familiar with their actual meaning. Like I know what it is about, but I want to dive a bit deeper, maybe. Or words which I want to use, we are past that at this point. I couldn't imagine myself using that, so I tried to picture situations in which I'm using those words. So English is a big chunk of my routine. When it comes to French, I've been listening to and I've been reading a lot of things. I am finishing this book, this graded reader. I am reading The Alchemist, so L'Alchimiste, and I've started to listen to podcasts which are like upper intermediate level. I also watch the news sometimes, and I am obsessed with the fact that I have improved my understanding. I've started to write essays in French. I've also started to speak on my own, so my speaking skills need a lot of polishing, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm going to share with you here my most recent video, which is about speaking. And over there, I share a website because I have a website which I'm using religiously. Speaking is always a bit of a taboo when it comes to languages. I don't know why. It's always so divisive. And then speaking of Spanish, with Spanish, I have worked a lot at the beginning of the year because I went to Spain and I tried to speak Spanish. Whenever I was speaking and I could speak Spanish, I did it. I even helped a guy on the subway in Barcelona, so that was fun. And it was very basic, but I didn't have a lot of time to practice before going. And I'm quite happy because every time I listen to Spanish speakers, I get the gist of it. And now I'm focusing on English and French. I have this rule where I'm not focusing on more than 2 languages at the same time, because in the past I have tried focusing on 3, didn't go so well, at least not for my lifestyle, basically. But I keep my brain active, so I try to get some listening and some input with Spanish as well. And then another update, I've been watching these videos by Easy German. This is the playlist of very easy, so like super slow, super easy videos. They are for people like me. So basically, they are fantastic. If you want to start with German, I highly recommend these because they are short, they're entertaining, and I am acquiring some of the language from the videos. So now I'm not focusing on German at all. This is not my goal now. But my goal is also to get used to the sounds, to the vocabulary. So when it comes to German, I have zero pressure. I needn't know anything because I'm not going anywhere. I don't have this kind of urgency of learning the language. I just want to familiarize with it, get acquainted with it. And it's such a healthy approach for me because I remember during February feeling quite stressed about Spanish. I was about to leave for Barcelona and I felt like I was so behind. But at the end, it's a lifelong journey. And I mean, with English, I've been learning English for 20 years. And I'm studying for a C2. This is a pleasant moment of my day. It's not supposed to be a chore. But this pleasant moment requires discipline anyway. So I try to stay disciplined, consistent, but at the same time, I don't have this unhealthy pressure. So this is the update. Let me know down below what you're studying at the moment, if you've been working on any languages this year. There have been a lot of changes in my life. So I'm in this sort of transition phase. I'm also quite aware that personal life has an impact on language learning. So yeah, stay healthy, stay motivated. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!